I'm in the Nile River. It's quite an amazing place to dive actually, the Nile River, which is just in the back of Charleston. As the Nile River flows down its gorge, a lot of water actually goes underground, heaps of it, and at the moment most of the river, all the river's underground because the river's dry, the riverbed's actually dry, so all the river has actually gone into a series of caves along the riverbanks here. And for a few years now, several people have been exploring the caves down the valley. There's some known caves. There's Waitunanui cave just up there, which is just under a kilometre long, and then there's a couple of other short underwater caves further upstream. And the most downstream cave is Metro, and then just downstream from here is a cave called Double-Barreled Shotgun. It's called Double-Barreled Shotgun because it's got two amazing big tube entrances. Bruce, Mike and Matt have been exploring Double-Barreled Shotgun, or DBS. They've got some pretty high-tech gear with all their scooters and stuff, and with me and my open circuit I can't really keep up with them, so I came and found another project just upstream, and it's the actual stream sink. So just upstream here the main river goes underground, and that stream sink there's no way, the current's too powerful to dive that. But just behind me here there's another little stream sink with this little tiny trickle going into it. And I've had 3 dives in there now. First sump 70 metres long, walk 50 metres, then into the third sump, and that gets down to 35 metres into a nice tunnel. Yeah, and then go down that tunnel for a bit and break into a massive, great big huge kind of river passage. It's 35 metres with a very, very strong current, which I presume it's that river just up there. And that river will go to Double-Barreled Shotgun, which is still, I think, quite a few hundred metres away from here. So basically we're looking at the longest underwater caves in New Zealand. It's not, they're not very long. Probably this one might end up going to 500 metres. Double-Barreled Shotgun might go over a kilometre. Pretty respectable for New Zealand, but yeah, it's pretty exciting. The other crew are just stoked. I'm not quite as stoked with this because I'm by myself, and it's pretty intense actually on my own. I came in here with Matt yesterday, and that was a lovely dive yesterday with Matt. But he's off into DBS today, so I got to do this by myself, and it's yeah, a little nerve-wracking. Takes a bit of focus. Yeah, got 3 tanks, probably looking at about a 40 minute bottom time, and just reel out as much line as I can. Yeah, that was one of the it's one of the more full-on dives I think I've ever done. It was crazy. Absolutely crazy. That was deep. It was 35 metres down, but it was the current. I've never struck anything like it. It was whew, absolutely amazing. The second sump basically drops down a shaft into a narrow passage for a little bit, and that slowly works its way down to 35 metres. Really nice bit of diving, beautiful passage. Then you get to a junction. As you approach the junction, you can feel the buffeting of the current. It's pretty amazing. You feel the swirling and the turbulence of the current in the main river passage. And you swim out into the main big river, and you've got to make sure you swim upstream, otherwise you get blasted off downstream. The passage at this point is 5 metres wide, probably more, 4 metres high. It's pretty big. It's a really, really big tunnel. I tied my line off to the side and we have a look downstream. We went off downstream, and within 10 metres the roof had come down to within a metre of the floor. It was well over 10 metres wide at this point. Still the current was just ripping into this thing. I had to put my hand on the roof and hand on the floor and foot on the roof and foot on the floor like a crazy game of Twister to stop myself being blown into this thing. I slowly kind of wiggled my way down, slowly shuffled my way in, and I just thought, no. All I could imagine was myself getting sucked down some sort of plug hole and not being able to come back. So I thought, no, we might just go and try something a little bit more less full on. So I decided to go upstream. And so I reeled back in again, untied my line, went up the end of the upstream line, tied in, and straight away the cave went up a rift. And again, the current was just, it was quite a hard case. It was so strong I couldn't swim up. I had to rock climb, so the rift was probably 5 metres by a metre, and I had to put my hands on the walls, feet on the walls, and bridge up it like a rock climber. At 22 metres, it went horizontal into a passage probably 2 metres wide, 4 metres high, and yeah, I tried swimming through it. My breathing rate went through the roof. I was breathing so hard I was sucking in water. I could see the passage getting bigger just a few metres away, but it was taking ages to get there. I looked at my time and went, no, it's 25 minutes, I've got to go home. So I left it and went home. Yes, so we got this amazing bit of river cave. It's around about 30-35 metres underwater, going upstream and downstream, wide open. There seems to be more water in there than there was in the stream sink. Are we back? I'll definitely go back. We may well have found a major conduit under the Nile River. And, yeah, I want to know where that water's coming from. And I suppose, in a way, I really want to kind of sneak downstream and have a look too.